Hello, this is Lauren Maxwell, Media Communications student at Full Sail University, and this is the Art and Industry Podcast. This week I had the pleasure of speaking with Matthew Arnold, the Director of Development and Marketing for Flying House Productions, home to the Seattle Men's Chorus and Seattle Women's Chorus here in the heart of downtown Seattle. Matthew Arnold was gracious enough to let me call and interrupt his busy schedule, even willing to have our conversation recorded, but technological failures have forced this interview to go pen to paper. Tonight, I will play the part of host and guest as I share with you what he had to share with the listeners of the Art and Industry Podcast. When I asked Matthew how he saw the role of visual arts in society today, particularly as it relates to his profession as a development and marketing director, he was quick to respond. As a development director, visual arts play a large role, especially in arts organizations like Flying House. He explained that visual arts is the method in which they can communicate their story, explain the vision and mission of the organization, and connect with youth and the community. It's all about finding ways to inspire action, like when we use our video at an annual auction to showcase the organization and chorus members. He went on to further explain visual arts in relation to his role as marketing director. As marketing director, we use visuals in our print media, but also photos of our concerts on Facebook and other social media to promote the organization and our shows. In the end, Matthew expressed that video and photos were the best way for the organization to connect to the greater community. When I asked Matthew if there was a positive or negative influence on his industry from new media communications and technologies making imagery instantly available, he only had positive things to say. I love it. It's all about having your media out as quickly as possible. I mean, the quicker you can do it, the better. When I inquired about a recent protest against the organization related to the interpretive signing at chorus concerts as potentially negative, he turned this into a positive. We have crisis management plans in place to counter these types of situations, and even then, having the ability to spread information quickly becomes a positive for the organization. Our conversation soon moved on to discussing popular images that might be frequently repeated within his industry. For the performing arts, it would have to be anything that has movement, usually still images that can be used in posters or on the side of a bus. For example, you can see the trajectory of a dancer moving across the stage or the ripple of a flag in the wind. There are a lot of leading lines in color that engage the audience and direct their attention. That's what you're going for. When I asked Matthew about his favorite visual artists or favorite style of visual arts, he was quick to again reference video and photography. I don't really have a specific artist, maybe abstract, some portraits or landscapes. I'm not really sure. I'm more of a writer myself. I mean, I've seen famous works of art in Europe, so I have an eye for what looks good. But art and graphic design are two different things. Art is subjective. It's not meant to sell anything. It's a personal expression. Graphic design is all about promotion and creating a call to action. As we were running out of time for our interview, I asked Matthew how his knowledge of famous artworks influenced his creative process. I relate more to writing versus graphic design or artworks, but I'm not bad at visuals. I depend on our graphic designer Alan Jazik and our photographer Conrado Tapato for the visuals, but having knowledge of artworks allows me to have a better understanding of what looks good. And that is all the time we have for today. I want to again thank Matthew Arnold for sharing his experience and insights as they relate to art and industry. This has been the Art and Industry Podcast. I'm Lauren Maxwell, your host, wishing you a good night and continued success.